Hello everybody, you're here with Claro Beauty with your host Claudia Lara. Thank you for tuning in and let's start. So today the featuring products will be the brand Nars, and I have here for you their new kind of bronzer blush palette. It's a little hard to open up, but once you open it up it's fine. Look how beautiful the colors are. This palette has had a little bit of controversy. It's called Hot Profile Chic Palette because some people say that all the colors look the same. Others have really enjoyed it. So let's find out here together what's up with that. Now, the other thing that I ordered, and this is what I was waiting for in order to feature that blush palette. This is an eyeshadow palette. To my surprise, it was very smaller than I thought. I thought it was just gonna be a little bigger. But I think I've seen these sizes before, so I don't know what I was thinking. But I ordered the Dolce Vita. And so we're gonna open this together. And then I have, one of these lipsticks of their liquid, and then the pencil Nars, which these ones are very good. I really like them. And I also have, I'm not sure if we're gonna talk about it much, but I ordered this one. I don't know if you recognize it. This one came out before this one, and I haven't really pulled it out much. It's more in the browns also. So we'll see and compare with this one and see what we think. All right. I'm also gonna be featuring the gloss, Natasha Denona gloss, which I got from the last Sephora. We might use one of Natasha Denona Burgundy eyeliner. I don't know. I have the brown, the burgundy, or the black. We'll see how the look goes and decide then. So let's get started. As you know, I've been trying a new foundation every day. So today, the one that I tried and that I have on, and just so you know, all the foundations I've been trying it without a primer or without anything underneath, not an illuminating primer or balm or anything. And I have to admit, I miss it. I like foundation a lot better when I'm wearing something underneath, just because it gives that illumination or that long lasting, or because it grabs better. I don't know. But today, the one I was wearing, I was surprised. I've forgotten how creamy it can get with the warmth of your skin, because it kind of dries up, but then if you warm it up, and today's a little hot here, so as I was applying, I was like, I forgot how creamy this is. Now I applied it all with my hands. I think it's the best thing. I guess you can use a wet sponge, the beauty blender, or even a brush, but with a brush, I'll be a little careful. Maybe if it's just one of those flat brushes, perhaps, because what I find, the product is easy to move until it sets. Like right now, if I scratch, you kind of see the scratch. It is that kind of product, I guess, until it doesn't really absorb into your skin. So that part is interesting. So I'm wearing the Kjaer Weis, and this is on the color Silken. This opens up to the side, and it's this one. Now, it's very interesting because this one forever, I never had really applied it like I applied it today. I only used it as a concealer, actually. It was just perfect to conceal, not brighten the eye, or it was just a perfect match for me to cover the blue under my eyes. You know, if you've seen my videos before, that I don't like to totally blank out. But I think it conceals very nicely, very creamy. It doesn't crease because of the creaminess. And so that's what I used to use it for. I have to admit that the color itself is, it was a little more yellow than my skin. So that's why I guess I started using it there. But like today, I wear it everywhere and I like it. I think my skin color has been changing a little bit. And if you watch one of my very short videos, I did some swatches of several foundations. I was trying to help somebody with the decision of a Westman Atelier color. And it happened that this one is so close to the Westman Atelier one. So in essence, I would put them both in the same category, just because This is creamy, even though the other one comes in a stick. I find Westman Atelier is a little less, it's a little more sticky. It's a little less creamy air like this. So when you apply it, it feels a little more, you put it on, not uncomfortable, but it grabs to the skin a lot better, and it doesn't move like this one does. Of course, it moves enough for you to blend, but it doesn't move like this when I say that I scratch and out of the sudden, you know, the whole product moves. So this one, you really have to kind of, you can blend in, but then you kind of pat and then be careful and wait until it kind of sets. Now, I didn't add powder on top of it because I haven't in the past, and because I mostly don't. So you just, I guess, have to wait until it dries out. See, right now I touch it and it's still sticky. And if I did that, I have to be careful because my fingers might really leave a print. It's that kind of foundation. However, I like how it feels. I like how it covers. This is another one of those clean beauty brands that really care about their ingredients as a priority. So there you have it. Here it is. I am happy I have it. I don't know if I would tell you go and buy it. I think I would prefer the Westman Atelier. I think it's more expensive. But this one I think covers a little bit more, perhaps. A little bit more. And so it would all depends on how much you want to cover. Or see, like this looks a little creamier than the Westman Atelier. Perhaps another day I can compare one side with Westman Atelier, one side of this, since they're so close in color. I think I would do that. So probably tomorrow or the next day. All right, moving on. And why we're here. Oh, and by the way, you know that I'm a coffee drinker and I drink a lot of coffee all the time with you guys. Maybe you see it, maybe you don't. I hope I cut it all off. But today we're drinking mate. You guys know what mate is? It's good. Mate is very customary in the south of America, mostly in Argentina. I guess Uruguayans too. And it could be very bitter, but it can also be very enjoyable. And so I'm enjoying it today. We can talk about that another time. I don't want to make it about the tea. And should we put a perfume or fragrance today? You know, if you have been with me, that I always start with a new fragrance. And let's put, since I have it here in front of me, I haven't smelled this one in a long time. Ooh, so I'm in between wearing right now let's wear this one instead. So this is the Maison Francis Cordigan. Maison Francis, usually you find it by MFK. So as you know, I always have discovery sets, so they all come in this sort of sizes. That's how I like it, so I can have many instead of the big bottles. This one actually came, and I can do a whole video on, it came in this set. I think it was last year, Christmas. I don't know if this year they'll have one. If they do, I really recommend this brand. So Maison Francis Cordigan Paris. There you have it. And so it comes with 6 or 7, and this one is one of them. So this one is a la rose. So I want to try this fragrance real quick. Let's see. Oh, all the fragrances from this house are absolutely amazing, delicious, elegant. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. So this is a la rose, is fresh rose-like, but not, you can't really smell the rose. It's just that flower essence when you walk into a garden that is just beautiful and enhancing and opening and natural, but it doesn't smell like a grass garden like some others. This is just, I just go into a story of fantasy of those hidden secret gardens, you know, that out of the sudden you cross through these bushes and you find yourself full of this beauty and enchantment and surprise and fantasy. And so this is what it brings. Now, this house, most of their fragrances, I will wear them. If you heard my descriptions before, there's some that I say, well, they're fun, they're party. Where would I wear them? I don't know. These ones, I think if you find a scent that you like, I will wear them everywhere because they're memorable enough. They are strong, but yet subtle. They're complex, but, and in this case, this one just, yeah, it's just beautiful. I think this is beauty, openness, availability. Very nice. All right, I'm glad I brought that out. The thing is about my memory, I always forget what they smell. So it has the good and the bad. The good is that every time I smell them, it's like if I smell them for the very first time. And then in some cases, I remember that I had smelled it before. In others, it's like my first time. The bad thing about it is when I want to decide what to wear, I have to kind of go at it like that. I mean, I remember which houses are good altogether, or, you know, kind of in the A+, A minus, B. Maybe I remember the level where I keep them, but I don't necessarily remember the flavor or the scent. So it's a little frustrating, but oh well. I take it if I enjoy it like the very first time every time, right? All right. So, that's so beautiful. I do recommend that one. La Rose, definitely. A la Rose. Very beautiful. All right. So let's begin with the blush because I want some color. I mean, I should start with the eyeshadows, but I'm more excited about this, to tell you the truth, because I know I have a lot of makeup, but I really wear very little. That's the truth. I mean, I buy it for the collector sense because I enjoy having it, because I enjoy the textures, learning about it. I think I mentioned this in the past. But if you know me in the everyday, or of what I really enjoy putting on my face for, you know, just being me, it's very little makeup really. And especially in my eyes, I like a very natural look. And especially today, that's how I felt today. Very just bare. I think most people that know me, acquaintances, friends, business people, whatever, anybody that knows me have seen me without makeup, without a doubt. So yeah, I'm sorry. Now I open a YouTube channel on makeup and, and that's my experience of it. But I enjoy it and I like it. So let's try this baby up. Let's see how I transform the mood. I think makeup is about mood. It's interesting because I knew this palette because I was sure the next video was gonna be Nars. I wanted to do this Nars video. And I knew these ones are more fall browner. I mean, browner, gold, peach, nectar, you know, look at even that pink is sort of in that fall sort of colors. And yet today, when I wanted to see what shirt I would wear for this, I just did not feel like putting any browns, burgundy, whites. I mean, I just didn't. I wanted to put this blue. And it's interesting because this blue will be more, you know, open, sparkly, cooler tones, perhaps, not this warmer, browner. But hey, I thought blue goes with browns. It's true. Maybe the combination makes something unique, right? So the reason I mention all this is because I want you to know how my brain thinks. So you see what my artistry comes from, if I have an artistry. All right, so let's start. Obviously the browns I'm gonna put as a contour. And you know, because I've been doing the videos, I haven't really done a lot of bronzing or contouring. Because with you guys, we've been trying different things, but I miss it. I like my little line contouring, making my slimmer my face. And so let's do it. I'm gonna start with the darkest on this side. I naturally would have gone both, but because we're here trying it out, I am just going to, this is the darkest. And already what I sensing, it has a lot of red. I thought it was gonna be browner. And of course, now that I apply it and I see the red, it makes sense. It makes sense. I see the red now here, right? But just by looking at it, I hadn't noticed. So now I'm gonna go with the browner, which that one looks more like a bronzer, more orangey. And I'm bringing it a little higher up just to see the color. You see here? And it has a little bit more orange bronzing qualities. So I like this. I like that this is a little darker and then this starts already bringing a little color, right? To tell you the truth, I would put it both together instead of like that. So let me mix them. I'm gonna do this on those two. Just see if it makes any difference on the coloring. And I am using the Refer 24. I really like this brush. So I really recommend it. It's a very dense brush. Most of my blush brushes that I have are soft or smaller because you really want to know where you're applying the product. You know, like the Sonia G or like the Wayne Goss. But look at the difference, right? You know, Wayne Goss, Sonia G, and then this is the Refer. And this is soft, and this one is dense. It's a little harder. So when it is a bake product like this Nars palette, this is so useful. I don't know if these ones are natural hairs. I don't remember. I know I heard about it. I know some certain information when I buy it or when I research it, but my memory is not that great to remember. It's too much information, really. And by the way, have you guys noticed all the things that are for sale? Well, definitely Chantecaille is having a sale coming up. There's Bloomingdale's having a sale. So there you have it. Yeah, a little orange. So did it make a difference? It did make a difference. So this one just looks like, of course, one full color, which I do like because it's a mixture of two. So it has red. It took some of that orange out and it's more red and concise. This one, I like it better because it did made that shade and then it gave a little orangey. So perhaps I can put a little bit of the darkest right here to make that line that I like. And then on the other side, mix both and put it all over. So instead of the darkest and then the lightest up here, I put the darkest here to make the line and then both and combine it. I think that's, and I do like it. And if you notice, I automatically go up here. I usually do that so it starts getting coherence, but also because if you notice the foundation that always, all foundations do that on my eyes, you know, it immediately makes that line of a crease. And so this gets rid of that, starts making the canvas for the eyes, etc. Very lightly, right? So I love it. I mean, truly for an everyday, probably I will put a little bit of color. So now we have the choice of these three. Let's try this one first. So I'm gonna put that one on one side and I'll do the other one. Yeah, perfect. I mean, look how perfect that is. It gives it a little bit of pink, not too much. That's beautiful, look. So here is not and here is with. So I put the one with a little bit, I don't know if it's pink or plum. Now let's put a little bit, which one should I do, the orange or the redder? This one is more redder. Let's do the redder. It's redder coppery. The reason is because it's the closest of the other one. Those two colors are too close. And since everybody's saying that this palette really is too close, that's one of the controversies, right? Too close to really make a difference, to be 6 shades when they all look the same. Yeah, it is too close, but can you tell there's two different colors in my cheeks? So that one is the pinkiest. And then this one is the redder. Redder, it has more orange. It's not red, it has orange. It's closer, it's this, but darkened. More than red. Can you tell that? So it's like a very burnt, darker orange. And I do see the orange. So, I mean, if you're really looking for a more peachy look, I would use that. If you're going for those kind of pinkies, yes, of course, it's very little to know, but I can tell the difference. And as I started, makeup is really mood. And so if I'm not in the mood for pink, well, this really doesn't. This is very neutral, natural. So I really like this because it really pops my eyes. But if you're not feeling like very orange, like for me, this one will make it very orange. Let me put a little bit right here. I'm sorry, I was a little scared because I don't want to have a stripe orange there, but all right, now let's do a little bit in my eye. Yeah, you can see. I think that's the controversy one because I'm trying for you to see the color. There is the orangey. So I think that's the one that is very close to the other one because this one brings out that orange color to it. And so this one is very, very similar. Probably that is the discussion. But as we saw it, I don't think these two are the same. And I definitely don't think these two are the same. So maybe these two give the same hue. And I can see why. But I think the best part of it, and it's probably how we use it, so let's do it now. I think I would do what I did, this one as a shade, this two as a kind of bronzing or filling, and then this color, this or this as a blush, or what I was gonna suggest now, I think it's best just to like do this, you know, either this two or all together. So let's do that. That's most likely what I would do, to tell you the truth. And then and for the bronzing, both the brown ones. Yeah. That's what I would do. So I think that's where people say you don't really have the 6 different choices, because if at the end I'm going to use it like that, then what's the point of having 6 shades? But you saw, because if I really don't want any orange, I would just go one side. If I really, and I believe that doing that mixture really brings complexity, and you know I like that. When you start mixing a couple of shades, I think it just brings dimension and complexity, and it just makes the makeup look better. All right, let's move on. At the end, I'm gonna try the highlight. Now this highlight is very gold for my skin, but it's okay, we'll try, we'll give it a try so you guys see it. And you know, I haven't heard any of you, if you like me to, sorry, there's like a hair of something. If you like me to start swatching the product, I haven't, because my videos for some reason, well, because I keep rambling, tend to be long. And I just figure if I start putting the swatches, it's just gonna be longer. Maybe if I get good at this and I can go a little faster, I might. But I figure that for this kind of products, you really can find a lot of swatches. I mean, if you just put in the Google, you know, the palette's name and swatches, you see the exact swatches anyhow. All right, so look, the tiny thing, it's tiny. So that part surprised me. I was expecting a little bit bigger. I mean, tiny, tiny. Maybe if I put it like that, it's not so tiny, but it just feels very tiny. So I love these colors. I love these colors. They had 3 palettes with this kind of holiday package, which I really like the case and what they come up with. It is so different, so unique. So they had, I think, a copper color, a gold color, and then this silver one. This Christmas or holidays, which we're not there, but we're all talking about it. I haven't been very in silvers and platinum and, you know, other times I have. Now I'm very into golds. And so for that, I guess it's very good that we have Pat McGrath because she's the queen of gold. See, she also has the queen of sparkles and silvers, but but she's mostly very known for all the types of gold. I guess when I think of silver, I think more of Natasha Denona. Not sure why. I have a feeling it's because when she first came out with those 28 eyeshadow palettes, I'm never gonna forget coming to Sephora and seeing there was this eyeshadow that was totally silver sparkly. I never seen anything like that. And of course, when I heard the price, I don't remember if it was 200 and something for the palette, I was like, ah. Now, look at me. I spend a lot more than that. And I actually do have those palettes now. Anywho. All right, so let's try this this eyeshadow. It seems very simple. I'm gonna try to do it very, very easy. You know, it's funny because I do one eye talking to you guys, and then I said I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go and fill the other eye, and the other eye I do it in like 60 seconds. So I don't understand why talking to you has to be, that's a long process. I guess we just enjoy it. So I hope you enjoy it too. All right, so, well, we always begin. Let's start with this one. These two seem like crease, they're matte. I guess you can do this in the crease or you can do that in the crease and it'll make a very different look. And then you can put any of this in all over the lid, or the light and the outer, right? Or the outer and the inner and the outer. So I'm just very curious how this lightest color looks on me. It looks a little bit in the lilac department. But let's take the plastic on the mirror because I'm gonna use this mirror. Yeah, okay. You know I enjoy it, but all right. I enjoy taking it out, but my very good YouTuber, which I really like, Michelle Wan, she enjoys it and she does it all the time. So I enjoy it too, but it will be too much of the same, right? But I enjoy it. At least I did it a little bit with you guys. So I'm using the Wayne Goss number 20. Wow, it's very nice. It doesn't look that lilac. It actually looks very natural, but more towards this color. I mean, very, very lightly, but it has that kind of tint to it, right? I mean, it doesn't look subdued or cool, you know, cool, more in the cool color. Look how beautiful. Oh, I'm liking this Dolce Vita already. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna do the other eye with you guys here. Absolutely love it. I'm so happy I got this because look how natural. Definitely recommend this palette, absolutely. All right, so if I just wanted to put one of the, let's put this one all over the lid. It's not the lightest, it's kind of the medium. Oh, that's so nice. Nars quality is awesome. I mean, and if you notice, I didn't have to prime my eyes. You know, when I use Pat McGrath or Natasha Denona, I need to prime my eyes because if not, they start bothering me later on during the day. With Nars, I don't. And look how beautiful. And look how easy. Jesus. I'm going to take the lightest of all, this one. I'm going to put a little bit in the inner corner. A little bit right under my eyebrow. And now I'm going to use the darkest of the matte just for under my eye. And why not? Let's put just a tiny bit of that matte on the outside, the outer corner. Just to see how much darker that really gets. I think that's gorgeous. I think this is gorgeous, gorgeous. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and finish my other eye and I'll come back and we'll put the highlighter on. I'll be back. Hello. So I didn't finish my eyes because I wanted to show you something. So I was trying, and I decided to do it off camera because I didn't want to take your time for that, but I was trying the Natasha Denona, the Burgundy color. This is the Macrotech Crayon. And this is not the brown, this is the Burgundy. I just wanted to see how it looked, right? So I started applying, which I really recommend you this eyeliners. If you didn't see my Natasha Denona Glam palette review, where I was trying the brown color, and that's when I decided to get the Burgundy and the black. She only has these 3 colors. And yes, they don't slide like a dream, like I have said in with other eyeliners, but they slide good enough. But the pigment in them and the effect that they create, and in this case, this Burgundy is not reddish, it's really more purpley, and I think it really enhances your eyes tremendously. It's very easy to apply. But the reason I didn't finish up my eyes before coming back is because this Burgundy color, I mean, can you see the color in the Burgundy? And I'll swatch it. Is really, really similar to probably this one and that combination. So I wanted to add that to my eyes. Let me just swatch this. You see that? So it's not brown, it's very burgundy. I wish I had the brown here so I can show you the difference. Let me see if I find it here real quick. Yeah, so here's the brown. See, big difference. So this is more burgundy wine. And it's not like this is the Chanel Burgundy Pearl. Just want to show you this real quick. See, that's what I'm more used to when they say burgundy is more reddish. And this one is more like a Cabernet Sauvignon, like a very dark, but almost purpley, all right? It's the one in the middle. So as I was trying to apply it, I thought, why not complement it with a little bit of those colors? Because remember, what we did was just this light one, and then I went with this one and a little bit of this one, right? And then we didn't really try that. I tried to put that a little bit in the outer corner, but it's not really that noticeable. But now that I applied this eyeliner, I just had to do it. So I'm gonna put that one a little bit, adding to my crease, but in my crease above my crease. You guys know what I like to do with that. So not just in there, but a little bit above, so the color is noticeable. Yeah. And in this case, I am bringing it in because we are ramping up the look. So I'm looking more of a night sort of look because these colors are darker. That doesn't mean you can't use them during the day because they are soft enough that it doesn't look like, whoa, where are you going with that? No, it's just darker. And for me, as I started saying, I don't use that many, but so this is more what I would do for night, and I love it. It already looked with the complement with the eyeliner. And now I'm gonna bring this one, which seems very close to that, and just put it on the, in the outer corner. Did you see that? Oh yeah. And if you really wanted to do a look where this extends, I mean, I'm bringing it up, but I'm trying to create here a little triangle, a little square there. And then of course, bringing it in. Yeah, you see what I'm trying to do? So it looks a little elongated. And if you saw one of my other videos, this thing about right in the center, think of a horizontal line out and then bring it in. I want the effect when I open my eyes that it goes back out. And of course, you can always put a little liquid eyeliner if you were going out and start feeling that a little bit. Even if you don't create the whole line out, you just create the wing. This color is dark enough that will help create that effect. All right, so now let me finish the other eye and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. So I finished up my eyes and look how beautiful the look came about. I love this palette, I really recommend it. And with the blush, it just looks amazing. You can do it from day to night, very, very easy. It's very straightforward what you can do with it because it has a shimmer and it has the two mattes. So the two mattes is always in the crease in the outer corner if you want to emphasize the look. I actually swatch it. I don't know why I mentioned I don't swatch it. It gets too long, but I thought it was important to swatch it here with you. Look how beautiful the three shinier colors and how much of a difference of a look you can make. More copper peach, more pinkish, more golden. And then of course, these are the two mattes, very day-like. And these two can be for day for sure. And then this fourth one, which is what I use on the outside, it is dark enough that creates something more dramatic. So I really think this palette is absolutely versatile, even though it's small. And you know what? I like that it's that small because I never go through all my eyeshadows. You know, trends change. But I think this is a beautiful look. Now, let's add the last step, which will be the highlight and the lipstick. So we have a full look for you. So right now I'm gonna use Sonia G Cheek Pro. I think it's small enough. Well, I have the highlighter one, let's see. Okay, I'll use the Designer Pro. It's a little more pointy, but it's softer. I think for these shades, no, I'm gonna use the Cheek Pro. And I'm gonna take the golden. This golden is too dark for me. But let's see. No, I like it. It brings the whole look together because I wouldn't go with my pearl or more cooler shades of highlights that I have. Very nice. It is not mega blink, but you definitely can see it's there. It brings all the golden together. Look how beautiful. I'm impressed. I really like this. Really, really like this. I mean, Nars is an absolutely great brand. Now, usually I wanted to mention to you like this kind of pencil. I have these colors in Bahama. This Bahama color, this one I heard Westman Atelier, you know, the makeup artist, which is Gucci. She used to, before she came up with her lipsticks and glosses, she used to say that you could wear her products with this Bahama color. Why? Because it's a very, very natural, very, very natural color, but it still gives enough color. You see this, right? Then I have a very much more nude, this one. That more nude color is Bad Girl. And then I have this Rikujian, I guess that's the color. And that's that one, a little more pinky-ish. Now, I do like the one I put in, which is the Bahamas. I can also try this, but I have a feeling this one is a little pinkier. I wanted more brown. I actually pull out a couple of lipsticks from a different brand that would have complement this, but I think this looks beautiful. If anything, you can put a gloss that will bring more spark to it and ramp it up, but I want to try the Natasha, the Denona, the Lip Phoria on the color, oh, I don't have the color here, I'll list it down below. This one was on sale with Sephora for only $13. Probably they still have some because it's more on the brown. I guess people don't like the brown that much. But I think with this type of colors and with her glam palette and with her retro palette, this kind of brown neutral or neutralizes the whole looks. And you saw it without it, a little more neutral lipstick. But look how beautiful this comes up, a little more in the browns, of course. So you can really, I mean, if I had chosen a gloss that is a little more peachy, that will go. Even more pinky, that will go, because you remember it had a little bit of plum towards that pink plum, but you know, more towards that instead of peach. But there is some in there, even in the swatches. I mean, look at this one. It has a little bit of pinkish, you see? And this one too. So that will complement a little pinkier of a lipstick. So I hope you like this look. This is the time that I ask you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Please press the bell on your right hand corner of your screen so you know when I upload videos. It's very, I'm trying to upload every day. I might skip here and there, but mostly it's every day. But I'm not very consistent of what time I upload them, because it has to do with when YouTube finishes, I guess, review them or something happens, but it takes forever. And so if you ring the bell, it'll notify you when there's new videos from me. And also please like and comment and request and suggest and let me know what you like and what you don't like. That way I don't take your time and I can improve and in this having fun with you. And tell me if you like the look and if you like Nars and if you like these products. I don't know why I don't pull it up enough, but definitely I will. And now I'm very happy I'm wearing blue because it goes. All right, thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye.